Hey, what's up everybody? It's your old pal J-Gun. QV breaker stations are coming with Alpha 4.7, and I'm here to show you everything you need to know to 100% these new missions and shower your friends with precious ore. This video will start with an overview of all the key objectives, and then after that, present an entire gameplay session. My goal is to get you up to speed quickly on the what, and then if you want to see the how, you can stick around and see the entire playthrough. I've added timestamps in the video's description to aid navigating the video. As always, caveats apply here. This mission is brand new, and I have not optimized my route yet, so this is definitely not a speed run. And, as with all things Star Citizen, everything is subject to change, so if you're watching this guide after March of 2026, things may work differently, or not at all. So, without further ado, let's get started with the overview of all the key objectives. I went ahead and made an image of the exterior of the breaker station so you can get a better understanding of where things are. Inside is the interior, but on the outside is a ring that surrounds the rock. And from the landing pads, you'll take a little gondola and it can get you through the operations center and then to all the different refractor stations. So take a look at this. Feel free to pause the movie now and take a screenshot of this if you want. Okay, it's time to get started. So go to Nix and pick up the QV Breaker Station Mining Rights quest of your choosing under the Ship Mining section in Contract Manager. I recommend the exclusive one if you don't like PvP. Next, get geared up. You'll be doing a lot of FPS fighting, tractoring, and mining, so a full kit is required. Multi-tool with orbit attachment, max lift tractor gun, med gun, med pens, a rifle of your choosing, and lots of ammo. Pull a ship with respawn capability, as you may die, and grab some fuses and repair material on your way out. Your ship should have some for you. You'll exit Quantum about 50 kilometers out, so don't worry if you can't see the QV station right away. Fly in and land at one of the two pads adjacent to the giant laser apparatus. Enter via the maintenance airlock, and once inside, take the elevator on either side up to the power core. Your first task is to activate the station's power. You'll do this by inserting 4 PGR capacitors that you'll find throughout the station. In the main station, you'll also need to mine at least 12 Sarderics. You need to fabricate 3 lenses for the laser, and they each take 4. So 12 is the minimum. I would mine a few more just in case because the fabricators are frequently buggy. Also, while in the base, be on the lookout for refractor alignment codes. Take the capacitors up to the main power core balcony and insert them. Now take the gondola from the landing pads to operations. At operations, perform a system restart and look out for the Refractor C Alignment code. Now head to the laser and craft 3 lenses. Now get 4 lasing catalysts from storage and be on the lookout for loot room keys and the final refractor code. Take the gondola to all 3 refractor stops and align the refractors using their codes. Next, insert the lasing catalysts into the laser. Now, fire the laser. And that's it for the what. You are now your org's expert on QV breaker stations. But if you want to know more about the how, feel free to hang out with me for a while I run the entire mission in real time.
Great. Sending you the location of the QV breaker station now. It's gonna definitely take some steps to get the site operational again, but if you put in the effort, I think it'll be worth your time. Anyway, smart move paying for exclusivity. Should make your life a heck of a lot easier without having to worry about any competition showing up. Anyway, good luck out there. Hope you make a mint.
The first part of this quest involves activating the station's power, and to do that, there are 4 PGR capacitors that you need to find around the station, and they're kind of everywhere. You find them in spider bots, and I think there's at least 6, maybe more, in the station itself. So they're not necessarily hard to find. You do have to go down to some lower depths. If you go on the left, you need to drop down an elevator shaft. If you go down the right, there's some other ways to get them. So I'm gonna be quiet for a while and just let you watch as I go around collecting the capacitors. Our first capacitor in hand. I'm going to go ahead and walk this down the slippery slope and throw it across the bridge and then go down. And I want to walk this back to the power core right away because I'm close. So I'd rather get it set in the socket because the floors in these bases sometimes are pretty sketchy and stuff will fall through the floors. So I'm going to hop down and take this guy right back to the power core right now. I'm going back in for more, and I'm sticking to the same side of the base, but this time I'm hooking a left to go down the elevator shaft, because down the elevator shaft there are cool things, and we will find the code for Refractor B, and we will find 2 capacitors also. I actually forgot to check the code for Refractor B when I was in here the first time, and I had already gone to operations. So I came back, and I had to splice this footage in. So it's going to look a little bit goofy. It's a little bit of a glitch in the continuity, but I had to come in here to get the code for Refractor B, and I ran past it and then came back, and so I'm editing this to show that I stop right here, and then very gingerly back out in reverse. So apologies for the glitch in the continuity, but I had to splice the terminal for Refractor code B in here somewhere. We've got 2 more capacitors now, so it is time to take them back to the power core and get them socketed. And after doing all the work to ferry both capacitors up the elevator shaft, one just disappears. It completely gets eaten by the floor. So I'm now going to be one short. Thank you very much, Sig. But we'll take the one that we can and get it installed, and we will come to grips with this. We will find a way to accept the loss and continue with life. So now we're going to try the other side, and we're going to go down this corridor that is to your left when you first enter the power core. And this should be it, the final capacitor. We'll go ahead and take this back to the power core, get it socketed in, and then activate the station's power. I've sped this footage up a little bit because there's no reason in forcing you to watch it at 1:1 speed. And by some luminalia miracle, a capacitor that had fallen through the floor about 10 minutes earlier suddenly appears on the opposite side of the base. So I'm no longer short one capacitor. I now have the two I need. So thank you, SIG, for whatever magic teleported it to where I was going to be 10 minutes later. With our fourth and final capacitor, we will be able to power the entire system online. And we will pull this lever here, and everything will have power now. So the next part of the mission involves leaving this part of the base and going to operations to issue a system reboot for the entire facility. So that's what the next part is. We will go ahead and get on the gondola and head to operations. I do speed up that part of the gondola trip a little bit. It takes a long time and there's no reason to extend this video. After clearing away to the console, go ahead and issue the reboot command. The shutters will open and the facility will be rebooted. Also in this room is a code for Refractor C. The UI is wrong. It's marked as a vehicle storage code, but don't worry, it is the code for Refractor C. So I've paused the frame a little bit when we get there so you can see it. So we have the codes to align refractors B and C now, and we're going to make a quick little trip to go ahead and do that. I'll be punching in the codes for both of them. You can see that if you don't have the right code, you'll get an error message. If you get anything else, it was the right code. And you can see here that the beacons turn from green to red when the correct code is typed in. It is now time to head to the laser, and that is where most of the rest of the mission takes place. That's where we'll craft our lenses, and that is where we will get our catalysts. The only thing that will cause us to leave is that also in the lens in the storage depot is the code for Refractor A. So after getting that, we do have to make a quick dash out to align Refractor A. So we come in here, you'll face heavy resistance. You know, I had to kill a bunch of guys. I sped this up a little bit, but kill a bunch of people and then head up and over the laser to start fabricating the lenses. I slowed down here to get a shot of the monorail system. There's two carts. They go to the storage depot and directly back, and you can put things on them. For example, lasing catalysts, which we will need to put in these sockets. But before we take the monorail over to the storage depot, we're going to hop up and over this laser to craft our lenses. And when you get the prompt, you will place a Sarderix in each of the 4 front slots, and then you will fabricate on the machine. This sometimes bugs out. If it does, use your tractor tool and pull the items off, and then try again. You will need to do this 3 times. Here we go. All 3 of our lenses are installed now, so it is time to hop on the monorail and go to the storage depot, where we will get 4 lensing catalysts and the code for Refractor A, and hopefully some keys and access to some fat loot rooms. By the way, these monorail rides are super awesome. You kind of get to see some cool scenery. It's like being at Disneyland. Except there are guys on the side shooting at you. There are 3 important things in this room. There's the control to turn off the catalyst locking arms, and they'll now be able for you to tractor them out. And then also in this room is the code for Refractor A. And then the third thing, which we will find, is there's a key card in here for a loot room typically. I found it on the table this time, and you will also find a loot room key on the body of a downed NPC, typically somewhere in the area. And this guy, hiding under the stairs, he had the second keycard. So this will allow me to get into both loot rooms. So we've grabbed our 4 lasing catalysts, and it's time to put them back on the monorail. There are 2 carts, and each one only has 2 attachment points, but it's not like me to play by the rules. And I'm lazy, I'm just going to make 1 trip. So I use the 2 attachment points, but I also use some clever tractor beam skills to put 2 in the coach with me. When the monorail from storage arrives back at the laser room, we simply take the 4 catalysts off and install them in the laser. And while all the refractors were aligned correctly, the display doesn't show them as such. I believe this is just a display glitch because when we fire the laser, we actually do see the light refracting through all the terminals and on all sides. I hope you enjoyed the guide and the walkthrough, and thank you for sticking with me this long. I appreciate you, and I hope to see you in the verse.